Hello, everyone, and welcome. Eagles insider Dave Spadaro with the Hall of Famer Brian Westbrook, and we are in the trenches breaking down the Eagles' defensive performance on Monday night against the Washington Redskins. And honestly, other than the remarkable Adrian Peterson 90-yard touchdown run,
impressive,
outruns the defense at the age of 56 years old, the Eagles had no problems, as expected, with Colt McCoy and Mark Sanchez.
Here's a couple of things that they did yesterday. Obviously, the offense starts fast. That helps the defense, obviously. But they were aggressive. They knew that the Redskins were limited. They knew that they needed to attack the line of scrimmage. Our defensive line started it fast and early. Our linebackers closing in on the line of scrimmage. They were nasty up front. And then we had some secondary guys that made great tackles in space. We played an aggressive defensive style yesterday. You have to credit Jim Schwartz, everyone on that defensive side of the ball. But I think when you have a good start, a good drive by the offense in the first possession, that changes your mentality defensively. That's why, we had a lot of good things happen yesterday.
And let's talk about the constitution of this defense. Nigel Bradham, big old cast on the left thumb, busted in 3 places. Yeah. Camus Grugier-Hill, also a broken thumb. You've got a secondary that's still waiting for the main starters to come back, but it was good to see Sidney Jones out there. It was good to see Rasul Douglas out there. And I thought both of them, as you say, were aggressive getting to the football.
When you look at the tape, and Sidney Jones is not a big guy, but he's coming up, sticking his nose in there, being aggressive. You know, there was a couple of plays where Rasul Douglas got beat. He just didn't do a great job in coverage, but he comes back and makes big plays. Big time play on Chris Thompson on third down. That was impressive. These guys didn't quit, but they gang tackled. They were aggressive. And that's the type of football that they played last year when they were one of the better defenses in the league. They have to get back to that. Yesterday was a good start.
You know, Brian, it's hard to kind of just judge the Eagles defense based on that game because, let's be honest, Mark Sanchez can't throw the ball outside the numbers.
True.
They really didn't have much going on third down. Their offensive line down to its third string right guard. But it was just a game for the Eagles defense to build some confidence, some continuity going into Dallas. That's kind of the way I look at it.
Yeah, well, to use a basketball phrase, sometimes you just need to get to the free throw line to get an easy bucket. And I think these last couple of weeks, and Saquon is a load to handle a week ago against the Giants, but we needed to get to the free throw line against this Redskin team and remind ourselves what type of defense we really are. We're aggressive up front. We're going to be nasty. We're going to gang tackle. We're going to get after a quarterback, make him have a long day. We're going to take away what you do best. And for the Redskins, that was running the football. When you think about it, after that long run by Adrian Peterson, 90 yards. He ended up with 98 yards in the game. That means he was shut down after that run. That was impressive by our defense.
The Redskins, other than that 90-yard touchdown run, can't take that away, but other than that run, 14 rushing yards.
Yeah.
And that's what we've come to expect from the Eagles defense. That's what we need to expect in the run game domination. Now, there are concerns. Tim Jernigan leaves the game. Back spasms did not return. Will Jordan Hicks come back for the Dallas Cowboys? How about Avonte Maddox, Jalen Mills? If the Eagles can get a couple of pieces back here, they really have a shot against the Cowboys.
We saw it on the offensive side of the ball. Guys came back. They're getting healthy week by week. Defensively, played good last night. As they get these guys back, they have more depth. Guys can play more healthy. They don't have to play as many minutes, as many plays. This defense will continue to get better. Now that they have that aggressive, they smelled that blood a little bit yesterday, they can go out and try to perform against the Cowboys.
Would you call it a bit of a swagger?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. They got it back a little bit, and that's what it's all about. Turnovers, get after the quarterback. This defense is aggressive, and they are a type of defense. They love to play downhill football. They did that yesterday. Now, offensively, we have to continue to support them.
In this day and age when points are scored at a record pace in the NFL, Brian, do you believe that defense still wins championships?
You know, we saw it in Dallas, and when they played against the Saints, they were hard-nosed, aggressive defense. They got after the Saints and took away what they did well. We can do the same thing. I do think that defenses still can win championships. Your offense needs to score points, but if your defense can come to play, hold a team to 25, like back in the day it was hold a team to 14, but if you can hold a team to 25, then you can win some football games.
Good performance from the Eagles defense on Monday night. Need to turn it up to 11 in Dallas to beat the Cowboys. Brian Westbrook, Dave Spadaro in the trenches. Thanks for watching.